This right here is single-handedly the biggest mistake I've ever made since launching Crush. You have to try and be different to stand out in the market, and that's what we did. Unfortunately, this time round it didn't work. So it is Friday evening, I'm in the Crush unit, getting on with a bit of work, and I wanted to get a YouTube video up. Wasn't sure what to make it on, was trying to think of a video to keep it raw, keep it real, and I've decided I'm finally ready to talk about the biggest fuck up I have made since launching Crush. Now, this is something that had happened over a period of about 6 months, and we've wasted a lot of money, a lot of time, and it's a product that you will never, unfortunately, get to see. But as always, trying to keep it real with the journey of launching a supplement brand and growing a business, lots of mistakes come with that territory. So I'm going to set the camera up, sit down and tell you exactly what the mistake is, how much money we've lost on this mistake, and what you can learn from this to avoid making this mistake as well if you launch a business. Let's get to it. Okay, here we go. This is probably going to be one of the most real, raw videos I've ever put out on YouTube, but it's always my goal to show the transparent journey of running a supplement brand and what it entails. And this is my single biggest fuck up I've ever made since launching the business. Now, as some of you know, we've launched a fair few new products in the last year. Shilajit, Lion's Mane, Ashwagandha, Vitamin D3 and K2, so on and so on. Now, every time you launch a new product that you're developing yourself, you have to pay a manufacturer to develop the product for you, so you have to pay them a fee. Now, one day I was walking along, walking the dog, and my mate Matthew texted me and he said, "Will, why don't you take your Clarity Nootropic Powder for focus while working and studying," it's one of our products, "and put it into a pouch like snus." Some of you know what snus is. It's a nicotine pouch. You put it in your lip. Footballers use it. Quite popular at the moment. And I thought that would be unbelievable. That would be such a new product. I've never seen anything like it. There would be no nicotine, just caffeine and nootropics to help give you a boost of focus while working and studying. So got to work, started digging into it, looking whether it's even a thing you could do, whether it was legal, whether anyone else does it. No one else did it. So I found a supplier after some real digging, because there are not many places in the UK that will pack these tiny little pouches for you and put whatever you want in there, because it's not a product yet. It doesn't really exist apart from snus. So found a manufacturer, started talks with them, told them what the idea was. They said they'd sort of done something like this before for a company in America, and they were willing to get cracking on it for us. We said, great. Paid them £5,000. It was actually 6k, including VAT. Paid that money out of the business budget. You know, when you're a startup, £6,000 is a lot of money, but sometimes you have big ideas and you just got to back them. You've got to go for it. And we were at a point where, you know, we've got good products, they're selling, but I wanted something really new. So we thought, right, we'll go for this idea, pay the £6,000, start developing it. That is exactly what this product is here. This is one of the samples. Now, I'll show you it. This was a cool mint flavor. I think this was round 2 or 3 of sampling. And I've actually thrown out all of the pouches. So I was going to show you the pouch, but there's none in there. Anyway, started trialing them. So I chose all of the ingredients that I wanted to go into the pouches. I think I chose caffeine, L-theanine, L-tyrosine, choline. These are things to help you focus while working and studying. And they sent us out a load of these samples. Put it in my lip, started working. Didn't feel a single thing. I thought, okay, it's fine. It's only round 1 of product development. You get to have a couple of rounds of development. So we went back to the manufacturer, tweaked some dosages, raised some things up, tried to get more of a sensation. About a month went by, new samples came out. Very excited, you know, this is going to be the new big product, spent a lot of money on this, this is going to be the next big thing. They came, put it in the lip, did absolutely nothing. So at this point I was starting to worry a bit, starting to panic, thinking, is this even going to work? You know, time's ticking by, we've spent a lot of money, it's going to work. Just change the dosages, change the ingredients. So we raised things up again, added some new little bits that the manufacturer recommended. Couple more weeks went by. I think we're about 4 months into the process at this point. They sent out another round of samples. Open them up, put them in. Nothing. It burnt a little bit, which was actually quite uncomfortable. Didn't feel anything from them at all. So we got to the 3rd round of samples and that was it. There's no point trying any more rounds of sampling. We'd also paid £2,500 for marketing. And that was for this marketing guy called Tim, who's a great guy, to help us design all of the packaging and the logos. We were going to do it in a really unique type of packaging rather than this sort of plastic, because we wanted to move it away from snus. So we didn't get any of that money back. No money back from the supplier, and that was a huge amount of money for us to just go completely down the drain. If we had that money in the bank now, it could have gone on restocking our Infinity pre-workout, or bringing out some new products, or gone on paid ads, gone on some sort of marketing. But that's £7,500 to £8,000 gone down the drain that we'll never get back. So this right here is single-handedly the biggest mistake I've ever made since launching Crush. We've wasted £8,000 on this product and it will never see the light of day. But sometimes you just have to make these mistakes to learn something from them. And as hard as it is at the time to make a mistake and think there is absolutely nothing positive that I can take from this situation, there is always something you can take from it. For me now, I know not to jump headfirst into launching a new product. Do a little bit more research on it beforehand so that money doesn't go to waste. But it's all part of running a business. You have to take risk, you have to try new things, you have to try and be different to stand out in the market, and that's what we did. Unfortunately, this time round it didn't work. So if in future you ever see a brand launch a pouch like Snus with nootropics and caffeine in, and it genuinely works, I take my hat off to them because they cracked it and we couldn't. But I'll be very surprised if someone does it and makes it work. If I try it and it does, I'll be shocked. So the purpose of this video was to show you that business is not smooth sailing. Sometimes you try things and they don't work. You waste money, time and resources. But what lesson can you take from it, and how can you move forwards and not make that mistake again in the future? Hopefully next video won't be on a mistake, it'll be on a success, and we're having great success at the moment on TikTok Shop, running ads, getting lots of repeat orders, just launched our new supplement range, so things are going well. But I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you like me keeping it real, and I'll see you in the next one.